Up next, we're going to have a discussion with Krista. She's a product marketing representative. She's going to tell us a little bit more about why it's important to have your planter integrated with your tractor and how that's going to add value. Let's see what she says. What's the benefit in having a John Deere integrated planter with the John Deere tractor, and how does that add value to a customer's operation?
Yeah, I think the beauty in, having multiple pieces of John Deere equipment is that they're really good at talking to each other, at working together. You don't have those extra bugs of, well, I have to, reach out to this support person for this issue and this support person for this issue. It's all one system. So everything works together, everything talks together. You can, your planter can talk to your tractor, which then talks to your display and puts your information into the app center. So it's really all kind of one system, less pieces of contact, less pieces of technology that you have to try to learn and figure out, hopefully simplifying the process for the operator.
When talking about integration, obviously meaning that all the data you capture gets fed into operation scenes. So that information captured in the operation scenes, customers can start making calculated decisions, they can start reading in prescriptions, they can start creating jobs, and then send that off to a tractor. How does that add value in terms of ease for a customer when sending a job from operations end to that tractor or the planter?
Absolutely. I mean, Operations Center really can end up being a one-stop shop for all of their data, all of their information, a place for, the operator, the farm manager to kind of hold all that data, have all that information right at his fingertips, be able to say, hey, I know where everybody's at. I know who's doing what. I know what machines are running where. And then, after the season, I can go back and look at my data and, hey, maybe what should I do differently next year? What worked really well this year? Looking at those different layers of data, especially as you move, from planting into spraying, into harvest, back into tillage, through all the different steps of the crop year.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of value in
There is definitely. And obviously with Operations Center being a customer-driven platform, customers now have the option also to share that data with input suppliers as well as with chemical suppliers, and giving them the opportunity to add value to their operations and giving them inputs in terms of how they should run their operation.
Absolutely. There's so much power in a tool like that where you can, now not only is that data working with your equipment, but also with your agronomic inputs. You can talk to kind of all of those different types of people who help you run your operation the best that it can be, and you have all that data in one place. It's easy to find, it's easy to access, it's easy to share, to your point, and kind of streamline those processes and those decisions that farmers have to make.
Yeah, so you mentioned that you can feed all that information into one operation center, and you've got multiple stakeholders having visibility on that, but also keeping in mind that with the integration of a planter with a tractor, being John Deere machines, you then obviously have the option, which is first in class, to have one dealership supporting that machine and making sure that you've got the best service available at one specific dealership that can suit or that can service both machines as well as your technology part.
Definitely. I think that's a huge piece because, right, you're in the middle of your busy season, you're in the middle of planting and something breaks down. Okay, who do I call? If it's the same person you can have on speed dial every time, and then, say, maybe it's multiple issues. Maybe there's multiple pieces of equipment that aren't working correctly or speaking to each other correctly. Instead of, I need one person diagnose this issue and another person diagnose this issue, it's a one-stop shop. You know who you're talking to. You can build those relationships with that dealer and, again, just hopefully simplify that process, have to have less touch points, which ultimately saves time too. When you're thinking about busy season, I want to be running and not stopped and broke down. Hopefully it cuts down on your fixed time too.
Exactly. Well, thank you so much. Thanks for your time. Really appreciate it. And we are looking forward to the future of John Deere.
Absolutely.
Thanks.